this torture device takes way too much time and money and funds.
No, yeah.
First of all, you have to replace that honey, probably daily.
You do.
Back then, honey's a delicacy. This is a rich man's torture. You have to go out to the delicatessen in the 1100s when you said this happened and find expensive jars of honey. Then you need to hire someone to climb into this big ass tub and reapply. Yeah, we should be good.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody out there. This is your first and ever introduction to Fear Juice. Now, David, what is Fear Juice? Do you know what that is?
I call whiskey fear juice when I'm watching a scary movie because like the only thing that's gonna get me through it is the fact that I am drinking heavily to make myself braver. It's a similar situation as to when you're in a bar and a girl starts to look better the more you drink. Scary movies become easier to watch the more I drink.
That's the way scary movies look like better when you're watching them.
They go from being scary to being funny. And you begin to see the flaws in it. You start doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing during it. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's a perfect explanation. Thank you.
Oh, nailed it. First time out.
You are wonderful at this.
We're all new
amazing
here,
thing.
but I'm doing better than everyone else.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, hello. My name is Kira, and this is David. This is my reluctant husband.
Roommate. We like to go by roommates.
We're roommates, for sure.
We're definitely roomies.
Yeah. So today is our first episode, and we are going to talk about something that scares the living crap out of me, which are torture devices. Now, in my entire life, I do not want to be tortured.
Do you think that you're unique in holding this view that
No.
your entire life you don't want to be tortured?
No.
You presented it as if, here's something that's
Like, that's
really
just
going to
for
knock your socks off. Me, personally, I don't know about your truth, but me personally, don't want to be tortured.
Right? Other people are like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be on heights. Mine's toward no one thinks about that except me. You're right. Well, we're going to talk about it, and it's going to scare the living poop out of your pants. So you are going to need to get some fear juice in your cup today, and I will talk to you about all of these crazy torture devices.
Do you want some fear juice in your cup?
I would love some fear juice.
See, this is our first time doing this. I'm not sure where the segues are. Was that a segue for me to introduce the bottle?
I think so.
Well, today's pour, because I think that's actually my responsibility during these is to actually select the pour.
You could do the pour, I do the scares. I do the fears, you do the juice. There you go.
Okay. That was juice, right?
Yeah.
Sounded like something else. Today's pour is Traverse City Whiskey Co. Straight Wheat Whiskey. It is a limited edition pour. It is age stated at 6 years. It is 56.6% alcohol. Kira, proof-wise, that means it is
112. 122.
somewhere between that's correct. Somewhere between 112 and 122 proof is this bottle. Kira nailed it again. Resident mathematician.
Well,
Mathlete.
when you get smarter in math, David, you realize you have to use a calculator. You know those big calculators, those TI-85s or whatever? When you're in stupid math, they don't let you have calculators. So that's why you know how to do multiplication, and I don't. I just know how to create vortexes in the universe with math.
I know you were in high school in the early 2000s. I was in the mid-90s myself. Were you still allowed to call it stupid math? Because I know in these days and age, you get canceled. This is the very first episode. We're about to get our shit canceled.
We might, but you know what? I also grew up in a very small town.
Oh, that makes it different.
Small-minded people.
That makes it better.
The high school had a total of, what, like 100 people in its class?
Well, now that you've explained that, you can go well and say goddamn anything.
I know. That's how I was raised.
And no one can cancel you now, because now they know your story.
They do know my story. It's
So go
not
ahead
my fault.
So go ahead and say those racist things you like to say.
Oh, everyone's like, wow, this guy's a dick.
I don't know.
Who's he talking to here?
His roommate.
His roommate. That's right. It's a present for my roommates. Okay. So while we are sniffing on this, what is this, Traverse City Co.?
Yep, just introduced it a couple minutes ago. Not sure where you were.
I already forgot. Okay, this is the
You might have been in the old prop room.
The problem, exactly. So smell your little cup-a-rooney, and let me tell you about the first torture device ever created.
I'm excited.
I'm just joking, not ever created, but it's the first one on my list. Okay.
Oh, so the first one created on this Word document.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
You got it.
Checks out.
Now, this one is really fun. It's a fun one. It's called the Judas cradle.
The Judas cradle.
Yeah, do you know who Judas is?
From the Bible, yes.
Who is he?
Kira asks. It says it right there in the script. Kira asked facetiously, waiting for David to say what we all know to be true. So Judas was one of the 12 disciples. He was the keeper of the money in that situation.
Money.
The Bible says he liked to skim a little off the top.
Was he a tax collector?
No. He was an accountant, but a dirty accountant.
Oh.
Like a mob accountant. And he betrayed Jesus by kissing him.
He kissed him?
Yeah.
Hardly knew him. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's Jesus. I mean, Judas.
That's Jesus Judas right there. Yeah, I heard Jesus was actually a very, very popular name back then, too. So lots of people were named Judas. Lots of people named Jesus. Like a really common name.
Oh, like Simon?
Yeah, it'd be like being named Shaban. No.
It's Siobhan. I know it's
Shaban.
I know it's a B in there, but
it's like being named Brabra.
Brabra.
Brabra is a very common, popular name these days.
Brabra. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so the
Wonderful.
Judas.
So now you know who Judas is.
The Judas Priest bomber torture device. I'm ready.
Okay, Judas cradle. All right, so this was a medieval. Is that how you say that word?
Medieval. Yeah.
Medieval torture device. Okay. Now this had to do with your privates, your private areas. Okay, so everything below the hips.
Everything below Sergeant. Got it.
Below the yes, sure. And the Judas cradle was also known as Judas's chair. Now Judas apparently is a demon, I'm assuming.
You assume that from a movie, not from the Bible.
Well, Constantine, all the Exorcist movies, Judas is somewhere. Okay, I don't know. I think I have my visions. Who cares?
We agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. All right, but anyway.
As roommates do.
So it's not even a cradle, okay? Imagine a torture device or just a device that is a pyramid, a wooden pyramid in shape, okay?
Sure. Fair enough. I got it.
And then what do you do on a pyramid? How to make it torturous?
You put mummies in it.
You sit on it. They make you sit on these devices. And now if you're a man, where is this little pointy thing gonna go?
It's a poke in the bum, right?
Poke in the bum, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Now, if you are of a female sex,
Still a poke in the bum. The women hate that.
no, they poke it in the other one, the other hole.
Oh, well, that's not that bad. Depends on...
We already all have headaches, and we don't want anything else inserted into our privates.
Okay, fair enough. Then, you know what? Here's the deal. I still kind of feel like a poke in the bum would be worse. It's your bum getting poked in there.
Either way, no one wants to be poked with a freaking wooden pyramid.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, well, just imagine. So you're sitting on it.
Sure.
Gravity takes over.
Ooh.
Right? You might be like slinking down a little bit further onto that pyramid.
I had more of a picture of like a really gentle, a gentle poke. This changes everything. I didn't realize that this was a forceful gravity taking over. I'm a 200-pound man.
Oh yeah, you're going down fast.
Like a one of those mine rides. You get down, there's like laser tags. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no laser tag, but you are stretched out.
Okay. Ouch. So
all stretched out.
that sucks. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that.
You are so welcome. So do you remember back in the day to have fun was to like watch carnivals? You remember? You were there.
No. Not participating in a carnival.
No, carnival comes to town.
Watching a carnival was fun for you.
Yes.
You're also someone that still enjoys parades and fireworks as if you were born 100 years prior to when you were born.
Very true.
A ticker tape parade floats your boat.
I love parades. I love a good parade. Candy getting thrown. Do you know in Wisconsin, instead of throwing candy, they throw cheese curds?
Nailed it. Yeah. I did not know that. That was a total guess because all Wisconsinites are all like one-dimensional. It's just cheese.
It's just cheese. I should live there, probably.
You really should. So, no one just sits and watches a carnival from afar.
You're correct. They don't watch it from afar. They go and pay a ticket to get in.
And then they don't do any of the carnival things. They just I'm stuck on this watching the carnival.
It's a sideshow. Carnival. So remember the bearded lady. You have the man who breathes fire. Maybe a lizard.
A show at the carnival.
That is also this pyramid. The stupid Judas circle or cradle, not Judas circle, Judas cradle was also a carnival sideshow.
You want to know what's really popular these days?
What?
Sitting around and watching a movie theater. Just from the outside, just watching the movie theater. People love it.
Just imagining what's going on inside.
I hear that it's very, very popular.
Oh my gosh. You know what else is popular? Your freaking face.
All right. That's not true. It's rather old and that actually hurts. It hurts a little bit deep down.
Oh.
I've been using creams. I shaved today for this.
You did shave today.
Before this, I was a muscular, girthy man with a long beard.
Anyway, so that was your first torture device.
Wow, that's great.
Lovely for you. Your bum is exposed and giant. And you just
what would warrant a punishment like this?
Giving someone the wrong face.
What country was this used in?
It's the Spanish Inquisition.
No, I've seen Monty Python. They just use like comfy chairs and comfy pillows.
Yeah, no, they use this device a lot.
Really?
They came through and they're like, we're conquering everybody by jamming stuff up their butts.
So as much as I think that that's extremely humorous but also painful, it wouldn't kill people, right?
Well, it's torture. You're not supposed to die when you're tortured.
You could be tortured to death.
Then they're doing it wrong.
They weren't trained properly.
Correct.
It's potentially an OSHA violation.
That's right.
Okay,
They need a new training guide.
So it's just meant to hurt a lot, change the way that you walk permanently, help to keep you regular, and then off you go. Send you on your way.
See you later.
Next one in line. Come back and see us again.
It'll be easier the second time. So that's Judas's cradle.
Okay, that's scary as shit.
And my Traverse City Whiskey Company cup is smelling and tasting really good.
It's hot chocolate. It's cinnamon. Yes. And it's really good.
You're nailing it, David. Look
You're
at
doing
you.
it. Bangarang, Peter. Bangarang.
Did you leave it in your mouth? So we just found out today that David
I'm learning.
Is learning how to drink whiskey. He needs to keep it in his mouth, swish it around a little bit, get the flavor profile instead of just downing it.
I'm just the way God made me, sir.
That was a really good notes that you had. I'm very proud of yourself.
Oh, thank you.
I'm proud for you.
I appreciate that.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, did you have anything to add to that?
Oh, that's so great. It's so great. Hold on, let me... It is. It's delicious.
That's compelling.
It is. Now, I can't get this cinnamon chocolate out of my friggin' aura.
Okay, so 1-0. Episode 1, I win.
You are winning.
I win the whiskey.
So this is their wheated whiskey. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It does. I do have a lot of that sweetness from the wheat, obviously. Yep. Right? Duh. If you don't know whiskey, then you're like, duh. And wheat means sweet. Just put that on your chalkboard, okay?
All right, so what's your old next one here?
My next one?
I'm ready for it.
Okay, so this is going to be a weirdish kind of one.
Yeah, because that pyramid was straightforward as fuck.
It was fine. Like, you just, sure. They're sitting on a pyramid, whatever. Not that bad.
All jokes aside, it sounds terrible.
Yeah. So this one is called the tub, okay? So like a bathtub.
Sure.
You're sitting in it. All right. So somebody who is being tortured in the tub would be bound hand and foot in this tub. So they're just like, imagine they're kind of like maybe sitting in it, or maybe it's a tall tub and they're kind of like standing-ish. Like, who knows what kind of tub these people have.
All kinds of tubs.
Yeah, you don't know. It could be different from person to person.
Sure. Old tubs, new tubs.
What they have, they used.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are bound in this tub and their face is smeared with honey. Okay. That's all they had back then. They didn't have like anything else.
Didn't have
honey.
Like Maybelline.
No Maybelline. Just what else could you put on your face?
Avon calling.
I don't know, pancake mix, like nothing.
Yeah, those are natural things to think about putting on.
If I want to put some on my face, like maybe some egg. I don't know. I don't know myself.
What they did have back then, but they didn't use it here, was blackface. They had that, But they didn't want to put that on because that was offensive even back then.
They're like, that's weird.
But you know what is okay? Yellow face. Let's put honey on.
Let's put honey on your face. So you're smeared with honey. You know
Sure.
who loves honey?
Bears?
Bears love it.
Okay, yeah.
But that's not the point.
No.
The point is flies. Flies and other like flying things.
I got tripped up by the bear thing because you just got done telling me torture should not kill you.
Yeah.
It should make you stronger. And I was thinking if a bear comes in, this person is faceless and dead.
Maybe.
But now you're going fly route. This person paid attention in torture class. It's all good.
Torture class 101. So sweat bees, that probably sucks balls, right?
Sure, yeah.
Bees in general. Do bees like honey? Or just they make it and they're like, yeah, I don't need it anymore?
So they make it and they dislike it?
I don't
They're
know,
making
maybe.
a product they do not like.
Because they're sick of it. Maybe.
That has so much honey.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of
They continue to produce it and like, oh, good God, I would just hate producing all this honey.
Or, ants. Ants probably like honey. So whatever, all of these like bugs that are biting, that can cause a little bit of pain,
Sure.
but like not a lot to where it's like, oh, one is fine, but like 20 on your face is not fun, right? So they have all this honey and they're just getting eaten and eaten. Or bugs will crawl into their nose, into their ears,
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm envisioning a tub inside of a home. Are they importing the animals and the mosquitoes, or is the tub outside?
Okay, well, this did not happen in the 90s. This was like in the 1100s, maybe?
So no tubs in homes. Tubs were in the woods.
Actually, I don't know what year this is. You bring up a good point, but imagine it is not your home that you grew up in as a child, okay? So someone has a wooden tub outside.
If you put honey on my face in this home where we're roommates, I wouldn't really, I don't know that I would call it pleasurable, but I wouldn't describe it as torture.
No, well, because there's no bugs in here.
See, that's where my point, my question comes in. Are you going to now import some bugs?
No, you're outside, yo.
Okay.
You're
all right.
outside, and these bugs are coming to attack because they're hungry.
Sure.
And you look like a meal. The people who are in these tubs and tied and getting eaten and bugs are inside of them, they're stayed alive. Like they're kept alive.
They're
not stayed
alive.
Yes. Sorry about...
Stayed alive. Stayed alive. Okay.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
That is them. They're being force-fed food, forced drinking water. They're being forced all this.
Hold on. So they have honey on their face and they're being force-fed and...
So they don't die.
How long are they in the tubs?
Forever, because listen to this. They have straight up diarrhea in the tub. Or like regular poop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then of course urine. They're just
So
all over the tub is them. And
so they're in the tub for days.
months.
Months?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because they're being tortured.
Okay, that seems a little excessive. Like,
All right.
let's just use the pyramid. Let's give them a real beat up butthole and send them on their way. This torture device takes way too much time and money and funds.
No, yeah.
First of all, you have to replace that honey, probably daily.
Mm-hmm, you do.
Back then, honey's a delicacy. This is a rich man's torture. You have to go out to the delicatessen in the 1100s when you said this happened and find expensive jars of honey. Then you need to hire someone to climb into this big ass tub and reapply.
True.
Then probably the same person gets out, puts the honey down, picks up food and different liquids that are going to give this person diarrhea.
They're called the porters.
And the porters go...
like a car porter? Like they
It's called a car port. Not a car porter.
No, they clean the car off and they move the car.
Oh, the valet guy?
Lot.
The valet guy. Or gal.
I don't know.
The valet.
Sure.
So you have to not only are you paying for all the expenses of torturing this person, you're paying a porter to go in and out of a tub.
I just made that word up.
You're paying likely your eldest son to go in and out of this tub to torture this person. This is elaborate, elongated. Why not just use the pyramid?
Well, this person must have done something super friggin' bad because they're in this tub. Yeah, you have to kind of make sure this person's staying alive, being fed, the honey's redone.
Torturer.
But listen, so they're in their own junk, right? Their own, like,
We've all been there.
Waste, I guess, what you want to call
we've
it.
all been there.
They're BMs. And maggots are like being laid and they're growing and they are living inside this tub now with this person. And of course, while the person is kind of like almost alive, half dead, like just hating life, maggots are also eating them, getting inside some other holes, maybe in their nether regions, eating kind of the decaying person alive because they're still alive while they're decaying in their own ways. You can't just sit in your poop and expect, oh, my skin's just going to be perfect. No, it's going to friggin' start aciding off.
I side with torture number 1 here. I'm more an efficiency guy. All right, first of all, one little poo isn't going to bring all the maggots you want. We've got to talk about several poos. And if this person is not regular, especially because of the stress, it could take weeks to get out several large bowel movements.
I agree.
Which means you still have this non-porter person jumping in to reapply expensive honey, provide food, nourishment to keep them alive to be tortured.
You must really hate this person.
The pyramid, you're in and out in 15 minutes. You're running people through that pyramid.
So I guess if you had a choice of, how much do I want to like piss somebody off? Don't piss them off so much that you're going to get the tub. But you want the Judas cradle instead.
Yeah, I can live with I mean, I don't want to do it. It sounds terrible.
It sounds bad.
But between the two of them, I feel like my butthole eventually stops expanding at a certain critical mass. And yes, it hurts. But then I'm not having maggots in my butthole.
Correct. It's a very slow, agonizing. It's not fun, I don't think.
Okay, fair enough.
Not fun. That's what the point of torture is, I think.
Sure.
I've never tortured anything before. I'm assuming.
You do seem to know a lot about it suspiciously.
Suspiciously. So, just to let everybody know where I'm getting all of this information, I'm not just making it up. So, online at thecoolest.com by M.W. Byrne, I don't know, and allthat'sinteresting.com by John Kurosaki. I think just telling you the website is good enough.
Yeah, Johnny K, as I like to call him.
Yeah. So that's where I'm getting some of my information currently on these 2 torture devices.
Well, I think that's going to wrap up part 1.
That's just part 1. Oh my gosh.
No.
I didn't realize that you would talk so much about your butt. Because I have like 12 more.
Listen, I didn't start this, okay? Your series on torture devices, I am just here to say that number 1 is far more efficient than number 2. Number 2 is a rich man's torture, which I don't identify with. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth where if I got to go torture somebody, I get to plan it out like the movie 7 and plan it for years in advance. No, if I'm going to torture somebody, 15 minutes on a sharp pyramid of Giza, you're in and out. I can torture 8-9 people an hour.
It reminds you of Blazing Saddles,
the
where
Henry...
he has everybody with the horse. Like the hanging. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm a...
Just a man and a horse being hung outside.
I'm the Henry Ford of torture. I'm going to do a bunch of these a day. Be way more efficient than someone that painstakingly says, oh, shit, I got to run to the store and buy more honey. All out of honey again?
That's true.
Still not dead because I'm also buying him meals every day.
Who knows? Maybe it was like an Egyptian pharaoh. Like, they have money.
It just feels really... not frugal.
Yeah, well, I didn't grade it.
It feels wasteful in the spending area. One pyramid can sassify so many tortures. I mean, we're putting, with the second torture, putting strain and demand on the bee economy.
Exactly. I don't think bees make honey for humans. I'm not sure that's something that they think about.
They just make a lot of honey and don't have any plans on eating it themselves.
They're like, am I on this earth to create this for humans? That's pretty smart of them. No, I don't think so. I think they're like, I'm just going to work.
Nothing else to do. What do you want to do today? Oh, I don't know. What about you? Well, we could make some more honey. Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, man, a bee's life would suck.
Yeah, it would. They should make a movie about that, call it A Bee's Life.
They should.
Oh.
So, I am enjoying this Traverse City whiskey.
I think it's great.
Wheat. This is amazing.
Yeah.
How much was this bottle?
I think this was $90.
$90.
Limited edition, MGP sourced, 6-year age stated, aged in the North by the whiskey that calls itself the Whiskey of the North.
Of the North, yeah. You can definitely tell it's MGP. It's got that sweet bubblegum note to it, But also just all the wheat from it is just, it's a good, I don't even want to say dessert pour. It's not desserty. It's just fun to have. No.
Yes.
I'm trying to explain a fucking whiskey here. Well, there you have it. Episode 1. We will come back around and I'll tell you more but fun in the next episode. But will it be fun? No, because it's torture. That's the answer.
So it's not fun.
It's but not fun. Not but fun.
Show up for more not fun.
On Fear Juice.